Hey, good afternoon. It's Wednesday, May 25th, and welcome to Everyday Talk 24/7. So great to have you here. I have a heavy thing to talk about today. As you know, the events in Texas yesterday, where there was another mass shooting, school, at least 19 children were killed and 2 adults. And this event, along with other shootings of this type, weigh heavily on us, and that they're gut-wrenching. Whether you're observing, whether you're a parent, whatever, it hurts, cuts deeply. We see the depravity of the human heart. We see what people are capable of. And the heaviness, the depth of sin, it is overwhelming. What is important in these moments is not to allow ourselves to be manipulated in a way that causes us to be numb to other things that are happening, other mass killings in the hundreds of thousands that we're numb to. Well, how does that happen? Colossians gives us a heads up. Paul says, see to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on human traditions and the basic principles of this world rather than on Christ. See, we've been taken captive by a way of thinking that says some forms of killing are okay and some forms of killing are not okay. Some are to be outraged over, some are to be celebrated. Some are to be made legal, some are to be made illegal. But when we allow something other than the Word of God to give us purpose and shape, we become numb. That's why the thumbnail this morning, the title for the video, we're manipulated to numbness. I came across a video, posted on my Facebook page, of a remarkable surgery being done of a young child, probably sometime in midterm pregnancy. And an operation needed to be done. So what they did was they were able to lift the child while still in the placenta sac, outside of its mother, still connected, did the surgery on the mom to protect her, and then put the baby back inside of the mom and sewed her back up. But this video shows this little guy moving, kicking, responding to life, totally dependent upon his mom, but totally alive. And I came across this morning, and immediately my mind went to, why is it okay? Why is it celebrated? Why are we numb to the fact that babies just like this one are killed by the thousands every day? I'm not exaggerating what I'm talking about. I have something on my computer. It's a website. It's the number of abortions taking place. Actual data, I've confirmed the fact that the data is from legitimate sources coming from abortion centers around the world. Just so far today, in the United States, 1,262 babies have been aborted. So far this year, 355,000 babies have been aborted, murdered. So far this year, in the United States alone, over 17,000 babies who have or over 16 weeks have been aborted, have been killed. We are numb to that. We should be shocked and grieved and outraged at what we saw in Texas yesterday. If you can't, at least in your heart, weep over that, there's something wrong. It's awful and it's ugly and it's tragic. But it's also awful, ugly, and tragic that little children are being purposely killed in what should be the safest place on earth, inside their mother's body, where they're nurtured and cared for under the design and plan of God, where they are poisoned, cut out, ripped out, where they feel pain, and slaughtered inside their mom's body. We've become numb to that. I'm not minimizing what happened in Texas. But the solution to Texas is the same as the solution for our murder of children. We've got to have hearts that are reaching out to God, where we've got to become salt and light. Legislation won't solve this. Laws won't solve this. Human hearts crying out to God are the solution. Last week we came within one vote in the U.S. Senate of passing a law, an actual law, not just a Supreme Court ruling, an actual law that would make abortions legal, the death of children legal up until the day of birth. One man said no. Didn't happen. We have become numb to these horrific numbers. 355,000 dead in this country alone. Worldwide, this year, 16 million and counting. We're numb to that. There's another counter here on this page that I refreshed the page as soon as I loaded it, as soon as I started talking. While I've been talking to you, across the world, 682 babies have been killed. Do you get the point? We've been manipulated to numbness. Grieve thoroughly for what happened in Texas. Also grieve for the number of children killed each weekend in various cities across this country. Needlessly. But grieve for a nation which celebrates and makes it legal to kill hundreds of thousands of babies every year. The total every year in the United States recently has approached 1 million. And much more than that worldwide. May God give us hearts not to be numb anymore, but to pray, to be salt and light, and to stand up for those who have no voice. While we grieve with the tragic events in Texas, may we grieve for those who have no voice. Let's not be manipulated to numbness. Let's be encouraged to life. And that's the heavy thought for this day. Pray with me. God can change things. Pray that He will. Thanks so much for being here, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.